welcome to my craft room. I have been doing all of these intricate pop-up cards, and this is my last one. Hopefully they'll come out with some more soon. Anyway, I decided to do the gift one, and I wanted to add a little bit to the front. I added a few more gifts, and then this tag, which you can change to happy birthday, to congrats, to 2022 for a grad, and do it all in the school colors. It's up to you. It's your card. So if you don't want to add all this stuff in, you can still watch it, skip all this outer stuff, and just do the plain Cricut card. So here it's the front, and look at that. How cute is that? Let's go make it. Here we are on the front page of Cricut. All of these pop-up cards are not found in the image section. They do have their own code number, but they're not found there. They're found here on the front page, and you're going to just search for pop-up cards. There we go. Now, I have done all of these. So, if you want to make any of these, check out my channel. Okay, so we're going to do the gift one, the present pop-up. There we go. That puts it on our canvas. And here is the envelope. I'm not going to mess with this with you guys. I'll show you when we're on at the craft table what I use for envelopes. But this is basically fold and glue. So we are going to not delete it, just show where it's not going to show. There you go. You just hit that little eye at the bottom of the layers. Okay. So then basically all we have to do, first we're going to change some colors. Okay. I liked the darker teal blue. So let's go into edit. Well, no, we can't do that. Let's do these first. Okay. Let's do these two. You can drag your finger or your mouse and grab both of these, because in order to do this through edit, you can't have score or pen marks with it. So as you can see, this is only a cut. So we can go in here, go into edit, and go into the colors, and we're going to put a pale yellow. Okay. And then, okay, let me move these out of the way so I can highlight all of these. All of these are going to be the lime green, which it really doesn't matter which green that you pick. I'm just going to pick this light green. It's just because everything will be all the same colors. So you just want to make sure you know which is green, which is yellow, and all that stuff when you get to the point of where you're cutting it out. Now, for these three pieces, these three blue pieces, we are going to have to go into layers again. Okay, so it's usually down at the bottom, whatever you put on your thing first. So we just want to change the cut color, not the, we don't want to change the score. So you're going to do that. Then you're going to go down here. Now you've got the color in there, see? And mine is kind of a darker teal blue. Let's see. You can either change it right here and make it look darker, which works. So there we go, just like that. And then once I get that pick, and now all these top colors are the ones that are actually in our program here. So there we go. So let's hit apply, and then we'll do the actual card itself. And again, you're going to highlight it with gray and then make it the dark. Okay, there you go. Those are all fixed for you. And of course, if you want to, if you're doing graduation, want to make the school colors, you can do that. So now we are going to work on the cover. So let's move these guys out of the way. And then we're going to go into images. Okay. And then you'll up here at search. We're going to type in the code numbers that we need. As you can see, I've already made a list for you. I'm going to show you how to do this very first one. And then I'm going to fast forward through the rest. Since you already have a list, you don't need to watch me type in all these code numbers. So let's do the first one. These are the gifts on the front of the card. And all Cricut images start with a hashtag capital M. And the first gift is 3 AE58. There we go. We're going to hit search. There it is right there. Click on it. You'll see it put it down here next to insert. So you can do all of these images and get them all loaded down here and hit insert once, or you can hit insert after each image. Your choice. Now I'm going to fast forward through the rest of this. Go ahead and get whichever tag that you want, and I will meet you on the canvas and show you how to fix everything. Hey guys, I changed this tag out later. Here we are on the canvas. Here are our different messages, and then our different tags, and here's our gifts. But let's work on all of these because these are all going to be same no matter which tag that you pick. Okay, so first thing we're going to do, you see how this has that pen mark all over it? We're going to change that. So we're going to go back into layers, and then we're going to highlight the pen, and we're going to hide it. Now, let's do some sizes. Okay, it is, now some of these I'm going to do height, some of these I'm going to do width. It just depends on what's better for that particular image. So this is going to be 1.75 high, so you're going to hit edit. You're going to go in here, and you're going to put 1.75 under height. There we go. The 3 gifts are also going to be 1.75 height, 1.75. There we go. Now, this one is going to be 1.5 because of the bow on top. So, this one instead is 1.5. There we go. Now, I'm going to make this a little bigger so I can show you what I'm talking about. There's that, there is that. Oop. They changed this program, and it's given me a little bit of trouble trying to figure it all out. Anyway, they're all going to fit on there, I promise. And we're going to change all their colors here in just a minute. Let's go ahead and get the size on this. It is 3 inches wide. So this time we're going to do width, and we're going to go in there for 3. Okay. So here are our colors. We're going to go back into layers, just because all of these have 2 or 3 different layers, so it's a little easier. On this larger one here, the 3 packages together, I made the background in the light green that we've been using, so let's do that. Okay. Here, let me move this out of the way so we can see what we're doing, and let me make it bigger so you can see. Okay, there we go. Now, I want to ungroup this. If you're fine with all of these being the same color, okay, the way this is made is that you've got 2 bows and then the other one. Now, the problem is once you pull this away, you cannot ungroup it anymore. And I wanted different colors for mine. You might be fine. So if you do, then just skip over this part. But I want to show you how to slice stuff. And this is a very, very handy tool for a lot of things. So you're going to go into shapes and you're going to hit a square. Okay. Now I am going to take this bow away. I'm going to tilt it just a little bit right here so I can get it without getting the present square. There we go. You see that? Okay. You can only slice one image with one image. Okay. If you have two, you have more than two, it's not going to work. So we're going to slide our mouse or our finger and grab all of them. And then we're going to hit slice. Okay. So what that just did, you can see it sliced it out. There's what we sliced out. Okay. And now we can change that color all by itself. Okay. So we don't need this, delete, don't need this, delete. So now we've got an extra bow, and I would like to also do that with the gift. Okay. So we're going to do it again. We're going to go into shapes. We're going to grab a square. We're going to bring it over here, and we are going to capture that gift. You see how I covered that? Again, capture both of those by sliding your finger or your mouse, and then hit slice again. And now we have everything separate. Pretty nifty, huh? It's a really good trick, especially if you want to change colors of things. So on this one, I did a red. And again, you can change whatever you would like. I did the bright red. Okay. And this one, I did a purple. I like purple. There we go. And this one, I wanted this to go with the cutout present and the tags. So I'm going to make this the light yellow. Okay, there it is right there. Okay, there we go. Now, everything is a little better. Otherwise, you would have had to put the exact same bow and everything, and you would only, this whole grouping would only have two colors. Okay, so now we're going to do the red one. Okay, so let's choose the gift. And I did that also in the purple. Okay. And the bow is in the yellow. There we go. Okay. There's that one. And this one, let's do the gift itself. I did that one orange, like a light orange. There you go. And the bow is going to be the same as the other one. It's going to be red, the bright red. There we go. There you go. Now, all of your gifts are the right colors. Now, we're going to do the banner. And for mine, I did the background in the light green, which matches the inside. And these two cutouts, I did in the orange. There we go. Okay, now all of your stuff is good to go. So if you're not going to put one of these tags on there, then you're ready to cut. Go ahead and go cut everything out, and I will meet you over the craft table. Here is where I had to change a tag out. That's why I said ignore the green tag during that whole other part, because I never could get it to work right. It seemed like Cricut was glitching or something. So I've started on some colors. All three of these tags are going to be yellow. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and change this orange one to the light yellow. There we go. And let's do the sizes. I'm going to turn this one around because we need it. This one is the happy birthday. This one is the dad. This one is the congrats. And I did already change these colors too. Of course, you can make a mini color that you want. The only reason that I did the happy birthday with the orange is because we had the purple tagged on it and it just looked better than the red. So let's do the sizes real quick and then you'll be ready to cut. So let's go into width, 2.5. There you go. Let's do this one, 2.5. There we go. And this one may be, oh, yeah. See, this one, for some reason, I think it's because, there we go. When I turned it, it gave it a different reading. So this is 2.5 high. If you're doing the happy birthday, make sure that this is 2.5 high. But you can see they're all basically the same size. Then the dad, let's do the dad first, and it goes with the square tag, and it's 1.75 wide, so you're going to go to width, 1.75. Okay, as you can see, of course, you're going to turn it a little bit when you put it on there. Okay, next is the happy birthday. Now, it's a little bit different, and that's the reason that I picked this tag for it, because it's in a square. The writing is in a square. And so it is going to be, let's go back to edit, and it's going to be 1.5 wide. There we go. Let's double check that. See, fits right in there. And then the congrats is going to be 1.75. Width, 1.75. There we go. And that fits on this tag really well. And there you go. There is all of your things ready to cut. Go ahead, go cut it. Go ahead and put all the gifts together. And go ahead and glue your tag, whichever one that you've decided to use. And that way, you don't need to watch me do all that. So that way, we're going to be ready to go as soon as we get to the craft table. And I'll see you there. Here we are at the craft table. As you can see, it's well loved. And I just filmed the pineapple pop-up card and realized I lost my polish on this nail. I'll have to redo it. So you'll have to watch with my missing fingernail polish. Okay, my first tip is I use art glitter glue. I buy the refill and the smaller one with this tip, so it puts out little tiny lines of glue. A little bit goes a very long way. So, and I will link this in the comments. And speaking of linking in the comments, this is not the right envelope for this. For all of these are 5x7, so I just bought a package of 5x7 envelopes at Hobby Lobby that I use. But on these other that are different size, I bought an oversized ream of copy paper. It's 12 inches by 18 inches. And it's this light paper like a regular envelope would be, just so I don't have to worry about the weight if I'm going to mail it. So then my other suggestion is I split everything up on different plates, in different sections. It's just easier for me to keep everything together. I asked you to go ahead and glue all of this for the front page. For the cover. You're too good at all this to have to sit here and watch me do the simple stuff. So if you did all that, then the cover's all ready to make. But we're not going to do that yet, because the reason why is because if you mess up something on the inside, then you'd have to do the whole inside and the whole outside. You'd have to recut the whole thing. So I always wait to do the cover until I make sure that I got everything right on the inside. And that way, if I do mess up, I don't have to do everything. So we're going to do this next. First, let's get our gift put together. I know this looks complicated, but it's not. I promise. It's really easy. Okay. First, we're going to make both the lid and the box. You're just going to follow your score lines. Okay. So I find that if I put my fingernail into the score line, that it works better. There we go. So you just want to bend all of these so you can make your box. Okay, just that. This one. Okay, and then these will be bent out. You can wait till the end to do this, but for me it's easier to do it now because I can stand it up as I'm making it like this. See? Okay, we're going to do the same thing with the lid. Make sure all of your little slots are empty. A couple of mine didn't come out on the mat, so I'm going to make sure. It's harder to do it once you get it on. Okay, we're going to do the exact same thing. Find your scores, and we're going to do the same thing to make the lid. Okay, and this is the first time I've made this one, and I don't know. I just made the pineapple one, like I said, And these are the last two I have left, and I've made every single one of these really cool pop-up cards. Okay, you see how you've got a square? Okay, so now we need to glue these tabs in. Okay, so let's do that real quick. And you're just going to meet up with the fold. I got glue on my fingers. It's okay. If you're using this glue, you can always do it flat to make sure that you've got your corner done right. There, see, it rubs right off. Okay, there's your lid. Let's do the box. Oh, you know what? Well, I'm going to fix that here in a minute. I bent my tabs wrong. Every other, except this is the only pop-up of all of these really cool, intricate pop-up cards. This is the only one where the tabs do not go into slots in the card. Normally, every one that I've made, there's slots on the background and you slide these in. This one is not, and I'm so used to doing it the other way that I did it with a mistake. So what you're going to do is these are actually going to fold. It doesn't matter. I fold in like that. Okay. Sorry, I'm just so used to making the other one. And then, of course, this goes on top. Okay. Okay, now we're going to do the bow. Now, you want your slits to be closer to the top. You see that? You see how they're closer to the top? And you're going to do the two with the slots in the top. Do you see that? Okay, so you want these two with the slots in the top. So all you're going to do is you're going to hook these in and then pull it up. So let me show you. First, you're going to pick a slot. It doesn't matter which one. Just pick one. And then you're going to get it started to go through just like that. And then you're going to pull it up just like that. Do you see that? So that little hook is hooked in. Okay, and then the opposite one, you'll do the exact same thing. So we are going to slide it in till it gets to the hook part, and then you're going to slide the hook up. You see how that's even with the top of the box? Okay, now we're going to take this other one with the slits on the top and do it right next door. Okay, so you're going to do the exact same thing right next to the first one, just like that. Let's get this side in. There we go. There. Now you can see how it looks from the top. And then these two slits are going to slide into, I just pushed these down when they're supposed to be up. Okay, hold on. Sorry about that. There we go. Now, we are going to slide these into these slots, but we also need to put the little hooks in. So you're going to do both. So first, get them lined up. Get your slits lined up, your slots, whatever you want to call them. Okay, let's get them started. There we go. And look, you push them till they go all the way down. Just like that. You see that? And then we're going to do the exact same thing we just did with this other one. We're going to pop them through here and then pull them up. Okay, there we go. Just like that. And this side, pop it up and pull it through just like that. And then we're going to do the exact same thing on this side. Okay. Pop it out and pull it up. And this one, pop it out and pull it up. There you go. Look, you already got your bow done. Look at that. Okay. Okay, the next thing we need to do, this one came out. If they come out, don't worry about it. You can fix it now or you can fix it later. It's up to you. Okay. Now, you've got all these little stripes. So we need to put the stripes on the lid and on the box. Now, the stripes on the lid are going to go in between all four of these little sections. Okay. And then it's the same on the box. You're going to line them up right here. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So let's get those glued on real quick. Quick and easy. There we go. Now, I know I say this on every single one of my videos, but I've had it happen to me, so I'm really careful about it. You want to make sure that you give all of your glue a chance to dry before you fold it up and put it in an envelope. Why? Because you don't want to glue the card shut since you're gluing where you've glued this stuff inside, and you don't want to glue the outside, the cover, to your envelope. That wouldn't be very fun for them to open, would it? So if you can wait overnight, let it dry while it's open. Okay, there we go. We got the lid completely done. Now we just need to do the sides of the box real quick. And look, you're already done with the box. Okay. Just line it up on either side. Don't cover up your slots, your slits, your slots, whatever you want to call them, okay? If it's easier for you to pull out these tabs and do it flat, you can. Of course, this is supposed to, it's going to go flat for it to fold into the card, so working on it flat is just as easy. But like I said, make sure you do not cover your slots there. You're going to match them just on the inside of each one of those. Okay, easy, easy, easy. That's another thing I like about this glue is it dries really fast. So I don't have to sit there and hold things a bunch for a long time. Okay. Okay, and the last one. Let's get this put in. There you go. Okay. Slide this back, slide those tabs back in. There we go. And what you're going to do is this will go right on top, and then the little pieces of your bow, the little hook parts. Hold on, let me see if I can show you. Okay, here, let me take this off real quick. I don't know if you can see this. You see how there's a gap right here? See, there's a gap right here. And then you have a little bit of the piece that you just hooked through here, still sticking out. You're gonna go all the way down and put those little slits in that, on that same tab that you hooked through the outside. I hope that makes sense. It's really hard to show you because it's all on the inside, but I will show you here in a second. I will turn it upside down so you can see. And that's why I didn't want you to cover up your slots. Okay, there, I think I got it. There we go. Okay, do you see where the top of the box is the same height, or well, a little bit lower, but the same height as the lid? Okay, that's what you want. Let me show you on the back side. I don't know, well, you can't hardly see because you can't see, but you see it sticks out a little bit. Now we're going to test it. Let's make sure it folds flat, because of course it's got to go in the card and it's got to be able to fold flat. So we're good there. And look at that. You've already made the gift. Look what a great job you're doing. This is your first one, you picked a good one because it's easy. This one is very, very easy. Okay, now let's finish the inside of the card. Okay, on these yellow pieces, there's really no front and back, so you can do whichever. We're going to do the back one first because I got something to tell you about this one. So here, we're going to go like this. You want to make sure you get all the corners. And when these are cut, look, they kind of are not super sturdy. So I always make sure that I do another line alongside those cutout lines, just because I want to make it, you know, good and sturdy. Now, since this is the back one, we don't have to worry about glue. So we can put a bunch in the middle, okay? So you want it about 1/4 inch all the way around. So I start on this outside. I want to make sure you can see. I start on this outside and I kind of pick, there we go. That's about right. Just like that. Okay. Now, when I do these cards, when I'm going to glue this one in, let me show you this first. I want to match across, you know, so these things match and they look good because they're the same across like that, okay? Also, you want to make sure, here, let me show you. You don't want any glue showing back here, so you don't want to put any glue in the middle, okay, on this one. So we are going to do either side of these cutout lines again. Okay, just to make them a little more sturdy. It's a card. It's not going to, you know, do a bunch of wear and tear. If you were making this and somebody was going to be touching it or doing stuff to it all the time, then you'd want to put a ton more glue. But as you can see, I didn't put any in the middle because you don't want any to show through your gift. So you're going to do it. Make sure that they're even on either side there. And push this back just a little bit. There, that looks pretty good. Well, I might have gotten a little uneven, but that's okay. It's a handmade card, okay? Now, where you put your gift is a choice here, okay? Wherever you're going to put it, it's going to fit because it folds like this. Let me show you the pineapple one that I just did. I just did this pineapple one. You had to be a little more careful about where you put this one. You see, I put this one way up at the top because, look, when it folds, look, do you see the top of that pineapple? Look, it barely fits in there. So you have to be really careful where you put this one. But the one we're working on, you don't have to worry about as much because it's going to fold. Let me pull the tabs out real quick. It's going to fold like this. Okay, so all you want to do is make sure that you have these two sides, this fold, well, let me turn it around, where there, you see the two tabs? You want this fold and this fold to be along this fold, okay? So the easiest thing to do is do one, because you want to make sure you have one tab on one side and one tab on the other, okay? So I'm going to put the fold right here. I'm going to turn it around like this. I don't know if you can see it from the up, but my one tab is here and one tab is here. Okay. Then I'm going to match up these folds. I'm only going to glue one tab first. Okay. And make sure my other one is in the right spot. So what I'm going to do, make sure it's square, and then I am going to match up each one of these folds with that fold. Okay, just like that. Now, you can make it towards the top. You can put it right smack dab in the middle. It just depends on what you want. I think I'm going to do mine in the middle. Okay, so again, you've got to do this fold and this fold exactly on the middle fold. Okay, so now you've got both of your tabs going on both sides. I've got one tab here and one tab here. Okay, then, so we're going to just glue one side. Okay, so let's pick this side. Doesn't matter which one. Okay, let's put some really good glue on here because it's got to glue down good. And then you are going to match this fold and this fold. So this tab is on one side and this tab is on the other. So make sure it's square. Then you're going to go, I usually do it at an angle like this. I lay it down so I don't miss with my glue. Okay, and then I'm going to lay this other side down all lined up. There you go. And then you're going to sneak your finger down in here and you'll push it down. Okay, it's hard for me to see, so without getting my head all in your guys' shot. So I'm going to stick my finger in here and really push it down good, especially close to where it folds. Okay, we're going to make sure it gets in there really good. Okay, now, and you can turn it like this and then just press down on it. That works too. Okay, can't do it with the second one. That's why I didn't really show you to begin with. So you've got, now, before you glue this one, again, you've got to make sure this fold and this fold match. Okay, so you got to get them right where they're supposed to be. Okay, so Let's put some glue on this other tab, and then you're going to be very careful before you glue it down permanently, okay? I get some of my extra glue off of my thing, or I'm not going to be able to make it work again. These tips are so tiny that if you leave it open for too long, it will not work. Okay. Okay, now, before I set this down, I'm going to make sure I've got this fold and this fold right on the same fold. Okay, they've all got to match up for it to fold right. Okay. See? Yeah, it's working. But don't do that yet. You don't want it to pull off like I just did mine. Okay, I'm going to stick my finger down in there and really push it down. Make sure. Okay, look at that. You're already done. Look at that. How easy was that? I told you it was easy, and you did a great job. Okay, I'm not going to force this closed quite yet to where it's super flat, just because I want it to dry a little more. But here we're going to do the cover. Okay, just like this. And you can do it however that you want to do it, however you like the gifts to be. You can arrange them however you would like. Okay, see, I like that. Okay, so I'm going to do these two outside ones first. Okay, and I'm gonna put it about a 1/4 of an inch from the bottom. And this one I'm gonna make it go, usually I do a 1/4 inch from the side too, but for this one, since it goes all the way across, I'm gonna do it pretty close. Of course, it's your choice on where you want to put yours. This one, since all of these are tilted and this one's tilted, I decided I would put this one right side up. I'm again going to do it about a 1/4 inch from the bottom. And I'm also going to do it pretty close to the fold. Okay. Then the only one I have left is this one. Now, before you glue this one down, you want to leave the corner of this one with the purple bow unglued. Okay. Now, if you want to put glue down your tag first, you can. Okay. So let me show you how this works. Okay. You don't want to glue the bow, and you don't want to glue this corner of your purple, probably all of this. Now, if you do, it's not a big deal. You can just trim off your tag and still fit it up under there, but you want to not do a bunch of glue right here in this corner. And you know what? And once you get your tag in where you want it, then you can sneak some glue back in the bottom. And it's a card. It's not going to get a lot of wear and tear. It's not, it's not going to pop off because there isn't glue on every single little piece. Okay, so we're still going to keep this about a 1/4 inch from the bottom. I am going to put it over almost to the ribbon on this one because so I don't overlap this bow part. Okay, and then as you can see, I left no glue there. I don't want this hole to show. I could have put some little string there and done it on the top, but I really didn't like the way that looked. I thought it was too busy. So there's that one. Okay, if you're doing congrats, just like that. Okay, see how I don't really have much of a gap here. As a matter of fact, I probably won't have any gap. There, like that. Okay, and then happy birthday. Let me show you how that one works. Okay, look, just like that. See, you can do all three. And look, you're done. You glue whichever one you want in there, and look, you're done. Look how cute that is. I'm going to let it dry a little more, but look how good that did. See how it comes straight up to a square once you let it dry? So, you did it. Look how cute it is. Look what you did. I am very proud of you. You did a great job.